I just received this by post today. It's something I bought off eBay just a few days ago, and it's a Taylormaid Medivac ioniser. And I've never heard of Medivac or Taylormaid Products Limited, but it appears that it's to do with allergy sufferers, and it's a sort of branded unit. And it really is branded, because this is the case of a Mountain Breeze Mark 10 ioniser. And it's got all the characteristics of the Mountain Breeze ioniser. It's got the same sort of plastic clipped together case, but it's been glued together. And it's got the same neon indicator that's been grossly overdriven, so it's gone very, very dull, hardly lighting at all, because it's probably gone black inside. And it's got the usual warning saying, do not attempt to open the unit yourself. Well, challenge accepted. I have smacked the unit with the hammer of knowledge, and that's broken the seals, and then I've prized the sides apart. So I've not seen inside this yet though, because I'm wondering, is it going to be the version of the Mountain Breeze ioniser with the circuit board inside, with the 11 capacitors down each side, or is it going to be the one with the sleeve, the sort of, oh God, now I'm forgetting the name of that plastic, I've forgotten the name of that yellow plastic, the sort of high temperature plastic. Yeah, I've just forgotten the name of that right now. Oh, that doesn't really matter. But it's that sort of yellow sleeving. Kevlar's coming to mind. It's not Kevlar, it's nope. I was looking that up on the internet recently, rolls of the tape. But anyway, it doesn't really matter. I'm about to open it up, so which is it going to be? Is it going to be the one that the components are in a sleeve, plastic sleeve, just loosely wired together? Or is it going to be the type where they're on a circuit board? In a way, the circuit board is the preference, but the ones where it's actually in a plastic sleeve is quite clever, and it gives very good electrical separation. What's it going to be? What's it going to be? What's it going to be? It's in the plastic sleeve. Now, this was made in 1991, and these will be 10 nanofarad capacitors, and the diodes will be just tacked across the back of this. See if I can get this out. Kapton, that's what I was looking for, Kapton tape, although I don't know if this is Kapton. It's got the usual construction though. Oh, that's actually really well glued down, so I might not pull that out. Here's the little neon indicator, which is, these usually go brittle. It usually melts the plastic. It's snapped, yeah, that's pretty typical, it was melted on. And these have a little neon indicator, and this one is green. And the resistor's in here. I'm guessing the resistor's going to be absolutely black. I might be wrong. One of the most common problems with Mountain Breeze ionisers, and it's a shame because it's just not really needed, is that the neon indicators are grossly overdriven and the resistors tend to burn out and blow up. So let's take a wee look inside of this sleeving and see what the resistor looks like inside. I could see a very dull green glow. But that thing is, to all intents and purposes, black. Because what happens when you overdrive these neon indicators is the electrodes in them do what's called sputtering. And sputtering is when the actual metal of the electrode itself flies off and coats the inside the tube, which is why the tube's gone black. And it also depletes the ability of the electrode to... it's usually got a coating on it. It depletes it means it tends to operate at higher voltage. I can already see that the sleeving around here in the vicinity of the resistor is brown. Oop. Yeah, that's brown and crispy. So what delights await under here? This plastic sleeving, actually the plastic sleeving is stuck on. It's a good idea if you get one of these ionisers just to replace the neon indicator. The neon lamps are quite cheap and easily available either from eBay or from electronic suppliers. I get mine from a company called Rapid Electronics. Oh, that is very brittle. I think it's heat shrink, I'm not really sure actually. Let's cut the wire there, and then I'll just tack something onto those later on. See if I can slice this off. When you do use a neon indicator, a lot of the commercial neon indicators, they tend to overdrive the neon for brightness, which is just counterproductive. I'd recommend putting at the very most, I should say at the very least, in the UK, a 220k resistor in series with the neon. But if you can get, you know, neon indicators, the higher the resistance goes, the dimmer they get. So let's see what this one is. If I can avoid actually smashing all the sort of like coating off it, if it's, let's see if it's black and crispy. Actually it's scorched, it's burnt. Yeah, I'm not sure what value that one is. It's just that all its markings have burnt off. But you can use 330k, 470k, and all that'll happen is the neon will get a wee bit dimmer as the resistor value goes up, and that limits the current. But the life of the neon will be just considerably longer. And the only other slight downside to using a higher value is sometimes the arc goes unstable and it just flickers up and down inside like a neon flicker flame lamp, but that's not an issue to me. I'm not really bothered by something like that. But the ioniser itself, nice and simple. It's got how many stages? It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, it's the 2 times 11 multiplier with the diodes, the 1N4007 diodes zigzagged across the back. A couple of resistors at the end. The actual resistors are in here, I think. And they're going to a copper film that the pins have been pushed through to a specific distance and then they've been soldered on. It's a fairly generic Mountain Breeze ioniser, and I should say it's one of the best ionisers. Very, very good. I've probably mentioned how ionisers work in the past. They basically put a very high negative voltage on needle tips. The needles are recessed in here for safety. I prefer when the needles stick out a bit, so more air can flow around them. But what they do is, because it's very high voltage, a good few thousand volts, it puts an electrical charge into the air. It charges the air up itself electrostatically, and then any dust or debris in the air gets ultimately charged as well and will precipitate out to any grounded surface, which is all the walls and floors, and that's how these things clean the air, and they do work very well. They make a real mess. You know, if this was sat on a white surface, it would get, you know, you'd leave it running for maybe a week or so, and then you'd pick it up and there'd be a white outline under it, and it would be all sooty and mucky around it with the dust. But that shows they're working. They are very effective. But that's interesting. I've never seen a Mountain Breeze rebranded like this before, so that's quite neat.